Hi, I love making candy apple bows because they make my candy apples dance and run any runway. I'm a DIY queen diva. I love fashion, so I'm bringing fashion to my candy apples and my candy apple bows. But first, make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell to keep updated with me and all of my videos on the weekends and pop-up videos during the week. Okay, so you need your ribbon. This comes from Michael's, Celebrated. Your scissors, a lighter. So what we're going to do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off. We're making baby blue candy apple bows today. I'm gonna go ahead and cut this even. You're gonna cut about 18 inches. You're going to take your tail. You're going to hold it with your thumb and middle finger. You're going to go around the two fingers, your middle and index. You're going to come up in between the two, your middle and index. And you're just going to take this tail and you're going to go around your index finger and bring it back down in between the two. So you've pretty much got the outside of your bow formed. So now you're going to take this ribbon and you're going to tuck it in between the two fingers, your index and your middle finger. Okay, I'm just going to straighten out this. This doesn't mean anything right now. You're going to tuck it in between the two fingers. Until all of the ribbon is tucked through the two fingers. It's going to come out on this side between your index and your middle finger. You're going to just pull this ribbon out and you're going to form your bow by bringing this that you just pulled out over. Okay? Then you're going to come around, you're going to take this ribbon and you're going to tuck it underneath this flap. There's a flap that sits right here on the right side, which is right over your middle finger. You're going to take this ribbon and you're going to tuck it underneath the flap. Now this is where everyone is getting confused. When you tuck it underneath, all you're doing is pulling the ribbon out. You pull it up and pull down. You may want to put your thumb right here when you pull down to secure that knot. And there's your bow. So you're going to take this off. And you're going to cut your tails. Now, with the back of your bow, this is the back, you're going to burn your ends. The reason why you're going to burn your ends is because you do not want your bow to unravel. So all you do is you take your lighter and you burn your ends. You can push it down. I like to get my scissors and push it down just in case it's hot. And then you fluff out your bow. And there's my bow. Okay. So I'm gonna set this to the side. I can fluff this out a little better. Okay, I'm gonna take my ribbon. I'm gonna cut about, you can do anywhere from 18. If you're new with this, just cut about 20 inches of ribbon so you'll have enough to work with. Okay, let me go ahead and just cut my ribbon. I'm gonna use this as a guide. So this is about 20 inches. You can do this at the beginning if you like. I'm gonna bring down some ribbon for my tail. I'm gonna go around the two fingers, the index and the middle finger. I'm gonna bring this ribbon in between the two, the index and the middle finger. I'm gonna bring this ribbon around the index finger, and that's it. Around the index finger I go. Okay, so your ribbon should be now behind your middle finger. And you're gonna take this and you're going to go in between your index and your middle finger. You're just tucking it in until the ribbon comes out on the other side. You just pull it out. And once you do that, you just take that part and go over. Okay? Once you go over, you're going to take this and you're going to tuck underneath the flap on the right side. You tuck it underneath the flap and you pull it up. Put your thumb right here to pull down. We want to pull up, pull down to make sure it's tight. Okay, there's your bow. This doesn't feel tight. Okay. So now I'm going to cut the tails. And after you cut your tails, you just burn the ends so your bow doesn't unravel. Okay, once you do that, you just burn your ends. Be careful because it's hot. I like to take my scissors and push down. And you just fluff out your bow. I like to use a treat stick sometimes to fluff out my bows because it seems like my fingers are too fat. Trying to get this one fluffed out right here. It doesn't want to fluff out. These bows can be challenging, even for the ones who knows how to make them. I'm just trying to fluff it out. Okay. So here's my first one. Here's my second one. Okay, I put those to the side. And this is just polyester ribbon. You can use polyester or satin. Okay, so you take your ribbon, you make sure you have enough tail to hold on to. So you just use your thumb and your middle finger. You just hold it. You're just basically holding this with your thumb to your middle finger. You're just gonna go around the two, the index and the middle. You're gonna take your ribbon and you're going to go up in between. Let me do it again. So you have your ribbon here. You're gonna go around the two. You're gonna take this ribbon and you're gonna bring it up in between the two, okay? Once you do that, you're gonna take this ribbon and go around your index finger and bring it back in between the middle of your index and your middle finger. So now your ribbon should be hanging down behind your middle finger, and then you're going to take this and tuck it in between your index and your middle finger at the bottom of the V. That V that forms between the two fingers. You just tuck all of the ribbon through. Okay? Just tucking it all through until it comes out on the other side. You can see it come out on the other side. Okay, so you just take this, once it come out from the other side, you just go around to form your bow. You want to make sure
this middle part is straight as well, because that will be the middle of your bow. So you're going to take this ribbon and you're going to tuck it underneath the flap that sits on the right side. Sorry guys, my dishwasher is going. And you're going to pull up and pull down. You're going to pull up and you're going to pull down. And there's your bow. Okay, so now you're going to just take this off your fingers. You're going to cut your tails. Make sure that knot is tight. You're going to cut your tails. Don't worry about what the back of the bow looks like. You're going to take your tips and you're just going to burn the ends and push it down. And you just fluff out your bow. And there's your bow. You take your ribbon, make sure you have enough tail to hold it. Again, I am going around the two fingers, my index and my middle. I'm going to bring this up in between the two, the index and the middle, the index and the middle finger, and then I am going to go around my index finger, okay? And this ribbon should be hanging behind the middle finger, and then you're going to tuck it in between the two fingers where the V forms at the bottom. You're just going to keep tucking it until it comes out on the other side. Ta-da. And then you're going to take the flat part and go over to form your bow. So take that over to form your bow. And then you're going to take this ribbon and tuck underneath the flap right here. There's a flap. And you just tuck underneath it. It sits on the right side. And then you're going to pull up and pull down. You may want to put your thumb right here when you pull down. You may have to do it a couple of times to make sure that knot right there is tight. And there's your bow. Okay, there's your bow, your cute little bow. Going to take your ribbon and cut it. Don't worry about what the back looks like. Then you're going to burn the tips so your bow doesn't unravel. Take your scissors and push down. And you take your scissors and just push down. And now you just fluff out your bow and you have a cute little candy apple bow. Now if you want to put these on treat sticks. All you do is you put hot glue on the back, and then you attach it to your treat stick. Okay. So I'm going to go around with 2 fingers. I'm going to come up in between the 2. Then I'm going to take this ribbon and go around my index finger only. And now your ribbon should be hanging down behind your middle finger, and you're going to tuck this part that's hanging down, you're going to tuck in between the 2 at that V section that forms at the bottom of your index and middle finger. You're just going to keep tucking it in until it comes out on the other side. And then you're going to pull it out. And you're going to form a bow. Okay? You're going to form your bow. You're going to take this and you're going to tuck it underneath the flap that sits on the right side. You're going to pull it up, take your thumb to pull it down. Just make sure, the most important part when making these bows, make sure that knot is good and tight, because you don't want your bow to unravel. So sometimes I have to yank on it. And there's your bow. Take it off. Okay, so now we're going to cut the tails. You burn the ends. Okay, you just burn the ends, and there's your bow. Okay, you can fluff your bow, and there's your bow. Again, you can, to attach these on treat sticks, you just take the back of it, put hot glue on it, and attach it to your treat stick. And that's it. And here's the bows. So if you have any questions or comments, make sure you leave them down below. You guys have a great weekend. Bye-bye.